The death toll from Saturday's massive truck bombing in the Somali capital Mogadishu has risen to more than 230, the Deputy Speaker of Somalia's Upper House of Parliament Abshir Mohammed Ahmed tells VOA. More than 200 people were wounded in the blast, including a VOA reporter. Somali President Mohamed Abdullahi Farmajo said the country will observe 3 days of mourning for innocent victims and flags will be flown at half-mast. Farmajo also called on citizens to unite against terror, saying it is time to unite and pray together. Terror won't win. Earlier Saturday, the blast occurred near Zobe, a busy intersection in Somalia's capital. Dead, injured Abdul Qadir Mohammed Abdul, a VOA Somali correspondent in Mogadishu, was among the injured. His wife, Samira Abdurrahman Sheikh Adam, confirmed to VOA that he had sustained injuries to his neck, head and right hand. There was no immediate claim of responsibility for the bombing, but similar attacks have been carried out by the Islamic extremist group Al-Shabaab. The group, which is linked to Al-Qaeda, is trying to overthrow the government in an effort to establish strict Islamic rule. The United States and the United Nations strongly condemned Saturday's blast and offered condolence to the lives lost and those wounded in the attack. Buildings around the area were leveled by the explosion from a truck bomb, and dozens of destroyed cars littered the streets. Health officials said Saturday's bombing was the largest blast in recent memory in Mogadishu. They also called for residents to donate blood to help with the wounded. For 10 years, I have been in the emergency service. I cannot tell the exact death toll, but together I can say we have transported hundreds of people on our 10 ambulances, said Dr. Abdul Qadir Abdurrahman Adem, director of the Amin Ambulance Service. And economically, I think this is the worst bombing ever in Mogadishu in a single day. Government soldiers had cordoned off the area, and officials said the death toll is expected to rise as rescue workers find bodies in the rubble. Most of the victims were civilians. The exact target of the blast remains unclear, though there are several hotels frequented by government officials and members of various diaspora communities. This is a disaster. We ask all Somalis to reach us, to help us in the search of dead bodies under the debris. We appeal to the doctors, to those who have digging machines, Mogadishu Mayor Tabud Abi Mohammed said on government radio. Al-Shabaab Saturday's blast came hours after Al-Shabaab militants regained control of Barir, a strategic Somalian town in a farming area along the Shabelle River, 45 kilometers from Mogadishu. The explosion also comes 2 days after Somalia's defense minister and military chief, who are leading the fight against Islamist militants, both resigned from the government, citing personal reasons. Some analysts believe militants tend to carry out such attacks when there are security lapses. The resignation of the country's defense and military chiefs gave the militants a gap opening to carry out such disastrous attack, said Mogadishu University's Dr. Abdul Qadir Libanese. Source VOA.